Peck.
Thank you, Tom. All the way in the back.
Back on drums, we have Bill Hoffman.
All right, and right here.
Lead guitar, Billy Crain, and on bass is Wally Dentz.
Did we miss anybody that time? No?
Now, if I'm not mistaken, we got a 615 showing up on the thing here. Let's see. Billy, is that you?
That would be me, Michael Bay.
Hey, there he is. I tell you, I'm so happy to have you on the show there, Billy Crain.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I've been looking so forward to this.
Me too, man. Me too. Well, I've actually wanted to talk to you for 15 years. You know, I kept telling Tommy, I said, I got to do an interview with Billy. But being that I'm like the laziest guy on earth, I you know.
Well, we just kept missing each other everywhere. I know you're always popping in and seeing stuff. Then we were going to do that show there in South Carolina. I thought I was going to see you, and the dang thing got canceled.
Right. Yeah, it's just like there's something always. Yeah, well, you know, it's all good. Yeah, I know. Right. I was ready. I was ready for the Outlaws over here at the that new amphitheater they got in Simpsonville or wherever it is, and yeah, it got canceled. That was a bummer, but oh well. You guys got to come back to our area though. That's for sure. There's a lot of fans up here. Well, there's a lot of fans everywhere, but there's a lot of them in, you know, Grayville, Spartanburg. We all grew up with the Marshall Tucker Band, the Outlaws, Charlie Daniels Band, Henry Paul Band, anything with band on the end of it.
You can say it's the South. MTV, CDB, HPB, ABB, that's how it all goes.
Yeah, that's right. That's ASPCA. No, that's a different one.
And I guess you got WW for Wet Willie.
Yeah, WW. And the Dixie Dance King. No, that's a different thing, too. Well, it's good to have you on here, man. I guess I don't know what order to start in, except for to start somewhere and say that, well, we had Henry Paul on last week. You know him.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Yeah, and he turned us on to some new Outlaw songs that you guys wrote, and later on tonight I'm actually going to play one of them again because I liked it so much. This let me see what it is. It's about pride.
Yeah, that's a great song.
It is. It's a good song, man. But I wanted to first thing I wanted to talk to you about a little bit is you got a solo album out now, Skeletons in the Closet. It's a great name.
Yeah, I have a friend here at church. He keeps calling it Out of the Closet. I went, don't do that. He said, yeah, Billy Crain, Out of the Closet. I went, no.
After all these years, thank goodness. All right. We always wondered. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, yeah, it's Skeletons in the Closet, a lot of great songs and everything. How long have you been planning on putting out a solo album?
You know, it was kind of a fluke thing. I was writing, you know, songs for Nashville for so long, and I'd gotten frustrated with it and just decided, well, I'm just going to start writing some songs for myself and experiment and you know, just enjoy having fun for once, not having the pressure to write for the country artist. And I started doing these things and playing rough mixes for, you know, friends and fans, and everybody started going, wow, you really ought to do a record. And I've got a studio at the house, and it can engineer and pretty much stuff. So I just started putting this stuff together, and it all kind of fell together, and I put this record together, and I'm really pleased with it. It's a neat thing for me, and it was stepping out too for me because I'm not known as a singer. You know, I've usually worked in bands and just as a guitar player or background vocalist. So.
Yeah. Well, you did a great job on these, man. All the songs are great, and I think one of your strongest points, besides being a hot guitar player, is the songwriting. It's like a really, really, really well-written songs, buddy. I mean, everybody's going to just love this if they haven't heard it yet.
Well, I appreciate that. I really thought about those songs. The good thing of being up here in Nashville and writing for other artists for the last 20 years is I really had to concentrate hard on the lyrics. And I took these songs, there were some spiritual things, and Henry calls me the social commentator 2010. He would laugh when he'd heard this record because of all the subject material, but it's stuff that means a lot to me too. So I really spent a lot of time working, you know, to make some great songs on there. And there's no ballads and no love songs. Imagine that.
Wow, that's hard to do a record with no love songs, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's all good. So tell us a little bit about your history with just sort of a Reader's Digest version of how you ended up being in the current incarnation of the Outlaws.
Well, in 2005, Henry and Huey called me and wanted me to do that 35th reunion tour. And I couldn't. I was writing songs for EMI Music at the time, and they weren't very open to the idea of me going out and doing a bunch of dates and not being able to stay here in town and write songs because I had a quote I had to turn in every year. So I passed at that time, and boy, I wish I'd done it because, you know, to get to play with Huey in a band, you know, and to know that he ended up passing away. But so Huey passed in 2007, and Monty and Henry called me towards the end of 2007 and said they were thinking about carrying the band back out and would I be interested in stepping in as one of the guitar players, and I didn't even think twice then. I said, sure, I would love to do this. I mean, I've always loved their music and been kind of close to the Incarnations, the band, and seeing Huey over the years on and off, and we've been friends, and it was just such a natural fit. And I was tired too of trying to write songs for the Nashville country music scene. I don't even know what it is anymore, and it was to go back on the road. It was so much fun.
Oh yeah, boy, I bet. When you guys, you and your brother Tommy, which one's the oldest?
Tommy is. He's got me by 3 years.
Yeah. Well, did y'all start playing music at the same time, or did one start playing and the other one fall in, or what? How'd that work?
He started first. I think I was 5 or 6 years old, and he got an acoustic guitar and taught himself how to play. I mean, Tommy's a phenomenal musician. And I would listen to him play, and you know, I started wanting to play and tinker. And I can remember the first time I played his guitar, he wasn't at the house, and I went and picked up his guitar and played, and I broke a string, and I didn't know you could fix them. So I went and hid under the bed for 5 hours until he finally came and said, Billy, come on out. He goes, I can replace the string. So I was about 7 when he taught me, and we kind of played together. We grew up on listening to the Kingston Trio and a lot of folk music until the British invasion hit, and then we both knew what we wanted to do then.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, all it took was seeing the Beatles, right?
Yeah, and Tommy was he was a hot shot guitar player around. He learned really quick, and we both learned to play by ear. I can't read a dadgum note. No, the Nashville music number system, but no, I can't read sheet music.
Right. Well, all the best guitar players that I've ever known, Billy, were like that. You know, so I don't think old Toy Caldwell read any music, and you know, Tommy don't, and or that I know of. And I mean, they turned out to be the best guitar players to me. I got playing from the heart, I guess. That's
Yeah,
what
they
yours,
were.
That's what yours is too. You know.
Well, I appreciate that. They were the best, man. Tommy and Toy and Dwayne and Dickie and all those guys, golly. I mean, that was so inspiring.
Oh, yeah, no kidding. Wow. Somebody we got a chat room that goes on at the same time that that we're talking here, and one of the fans had wanted to ask you a question, said, what was your favorite song that your brother ever wrote and why?
Probably my favorite song that my brother wrote was Franklin Limestone. That song that he had with Charlie, we played that song in a band that he and I had together called the Flat Creek Band that was together right before he joined Charlie. We played that song in that band. It was our big jam song, and then he took it and put it to play with Charlie, and I've just always loved that song, the whole vibe of it and everything.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's great. Well, that's good. I'll tell you what, Bill, I want to play one of your songs and then come back and talk to you some more. Is that you're not in a hurry, are you?
Oh, no, not at all.
Okay, good.
I'm sitting here in Nashville in a freak snowstorm. We got a total of a half an inch.
Freak snowstorm.
The whole town shut down.
Of course. Well, that's what happens in the South. You know, here in Greenville, where I'm at, Greenville, South Carolina, it's like if you see a few flakes, it's like, well, okay, we're going to have to cancel everything.
Kroger alert, get all the bread and milk.
That's right. You can't, you want to stay away from the Bilo and the Publix because it'll be a madhouse.
Oh, yeah.
It's insane. Tell us a little bit about this one I'm going to play here. It's called, it's one of my favorite ones, too. It's called Hard Times at Ridgemont High. Not Fast Times, but Hard Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah, Hard Times. It was kind of a spoof, off the movie, of course, Fast Times at Ridgemont High. And I got the idea, my son, he was a career college student and never did graduate, but he, of course.
Career college.
But he had 5, here's the funny story of it, he had 5 roommates, and he was the only one that didn't graduate, and the other 5 did with masters and everything. Well, all 5 of those guys are all working at either Starbucks or McDonald's, which is nothing wrong with that. It's just low paid. And my son's got this cush job working for this website company who's doing really well, and it just struck upon me that in these times it doesn't matter, that you have this great education. There's just, because of the atmosphere out there of the work market, there's just nothing out there. And it seemed to me, gosh, remember when we were back in high school? I mean, I remember people carrying knives and stuff, but there weren't guns at school and the violence and all that stuff. It was fun. I had a great time in high school, and now I watch the news at night, and it's scary, man.
No kidding. It's terrible. It's what it's become. It's just, I don't know, man. I fully agree with that. I can't even picture it. I remember my high school days in the early 70s, and like you say, once in a while somebody might misbehave. They might bring a shank or a shank. Yeah, I sound like a prisoner. They might bring a knife or something, but yeah, we didn't ever see any guns. Well, that's great, man. We're gonna play this, but before we do, I did want to give the number, y'all. Anybody that wanted to say hello to Billy, you're welcome to call in, and I'll let you say, hey, ask a question or something. That number is 1-347-857-2032, and we're gonna come right back with more from Billy Crain right after this one. This is from his new album, Skeletons in the Closet, and it's Hard Times at Ridgemont High. Yeah, man. And it'll start here sometime. Man, yeah, Billy Crain there, and Hard Times at Ridgemont High. Love it, Billy. It's a good one, buddy.
Oh, man, I appreciate that, Michael.
That stuff, the music that you and Tommy do, both, and Henry Paul and all that, that stuff, touches me like nothing else. It really does. And, you know, it's just like I said, I grew up in Spartanburg. I grew up friends with Toy and Tommy, more Tommy than Toy, but and Paul T. Riddle and all those guys. And that flavor of music that's got that, you know, mixes the elements of everything you grew up on, British invasion mixed with country, mixed with everything. You know, it's just a very unique sound.
Oh, it is. I can remember Tommy and I we were huge Allman Brothers fans. We went to see the Allmans at the Municipal Auditorium. I guess it was about 73. And the Marshall Tucker Band was opening. We didn't know who they were. The first record wasn't out, and they were out doing that Allman Brothers tour.
Yeah.
And they came out there, and I mean, both our jaws were on the floor. That band was so great. Watching Toy pick with his thumb, I mean, golly molly.
No, it was something else. I mean, I remember, man, growing up in Spartanburg and going to a club called Uncle Sam's on Asheville Highway. Before there was ever a Marshall Tucker Band, it was Toy Factory. And I remember Toy Caldwell coming through there, and he had on this faux leather jacket or something, and he'd gotten hold of one of those Ronco stud machines and spelled out Toy on the back of his jacket, you know. And he was ready to be a star, man. He really was. But I told him one time later on, once I got to know him, I said, I didn't know him at that point, and I said, I sat there and watched you, you know, just stared at you and watched you play, and I was going, how in the world I've never seen anybody play with their thumb other than Wes Montgomery, you know, that could play like that. I mean, it's just amazing. Boy, it was good stuff. I've got some kind of, let's see here. Billy, I'm going to take one of these callers and see if they want to say something to you, because there's about 500 of them, and I'm just going to pick the first one. Here's somebody with a 315 area code. 315. Who are you?
Hello?
Hey,
Hello?
who is this?
Is this Buffalo?
No, this is Buffalo.
I know. Hello, brother.
Who is that?
I happen to be from New York, and I'm a friend of Billy's. This is J.R. Jones. Hey, Billy, how you doing?
Oh, hey, J.R.
Oh, cool. Very nice.
We were together. He played up here, maybe a month ago, I think it was, brother, and we had dinner together, and the boys put on a wonderful show, and I just wanted to congratulate Billy on his new album. I'm also a musician and lived in Nashville many years and opened up for the Allman Brothers and Tucker. In fact, Toy Caldwell was a very good friend of my family, and my brother was a promoter up here in New York. And I worked the Southern Circuit and opened up for a lot of the boys, and been around all my life in Southern music. And Central New York is a real hot spot for Southern rock music. And believe it or not, it really is.
Yeah.
And, but I just wanted to call up and let the folks out there listening that Billy Crain is one of the nicest humans that I've ever met, and I just would invite everybody to go out and buy his new album, because it is really something that is done from the heart, and it is a very, very, very good example of a person that has spent his lifetime working at his art. And it comes through in this album, and he does everything on it by himself, and it's a wonderful. It's worthy, you know. It's his Mona Lisa, I think. So I just want to tell you, Billy, I love you. God bless you, and I invite everybody else out there to pick up this record and give it a listen. I think you'll love it.
I love you too, JR, and you give Nancy a big old hug for me.
Okay, brother.
Thank you, JR. I appreciate it.
And Buffalo, love what you're doing, brother, and
Thank you.
keep the stuff going. I was on the road 30 years myself due to my heart condition. I just kind of piddle around now with the music at home and stuff, but spent a lot of time in Nashville, 15 years, and did the Opry and played with a group in Atlanta and did various other things. But I just, like I said, the reason I called was to to wish Billy all the best, and for folks to go out and buy this record. I think you'll really enjoy it a lot.
Oh, yeah. Well, JR, thanks for the testimonial, buddy, and thanks for the support and everything, man.
Okay, brother.
Thank you, JR, man.
Hey,
you
Billy,
take care, brother.
We'll talk to you soon.
I'll see you next year.
Okay.
Next year, yeah.
Okay, God bless you all.
Yeah,
Bye,
you too,
man.
buddy. All right.
Bye-bye.
Wow, that's great. Yeah, he's JR's exactly right. I remember talking to the Marshall Tucker guys too about how New York just loved the Southern rock. You know, Long Island and Central New York, and I mean, it was just amazing.
And it's still strong. I mean, that's where our stronghold is for the Outlaws, is when we go up there. And I made a comment. Somebody said, you know, you need to have a CD release party in Nashville. I went, no, I'm not having it here. I'm going to have it up at B.B. King's in New York.
Right. Yeah, in Nashville, there's just too many choices for people to go to places. I mean,
they couldn't care less.
Yeah, that's funny. That reminds me. That also reminds me of the Marshall Tucker guys back in the days when they were like, yeah, y'all need to do something in Spartanburg, and they're like, are you kidding? They see us at the grocery store. They ain't gonna come see us.
That's exactly. Jesus says a prophet in his hometown has no honor, man.
Yeah, that's right. Let's try another caller just for fun. We got one here, and I don't know my area code, so I don't know. That's really fun to see. I had no idea it was a New Yorker while I was there. That's great. 941. Let's see somebody from 941. If we get this computer thing is not working properly tonight, but let me see if I can. There it is.
Imagine that.
941. Who we got?
941.
Yeah.
Are you here?
Yeah.
Yep.
Buffalo, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Great. Mr. Billy, how you doing? This is your old buddy Ben Gibson.
Ah, Ben. Oh, no. You talking about Florida Gator Ben Gibson?
Well, I knew that you would be very upset finding out as soon as you heard Urban Meyer had to step down. I knew you'd be worried about me, so I thought I ought to call in and let you know that I'm okay.
Michael, I'm going to tell you a funny story.
All right.
We were playing down at the State Theater about 2 months ago in Tampa. Place was packed, and Ben, my friend Ben, was up on the front row, and I thought he was watching the show, and he kept looking down, and I looked, and he's watching the LSU Florida Gator game on his phone right in the middle of our show. Well, in the last 2 minutes of the game, I snatched that phone out of his hand and put it in my top pocket, and he missed the end of the game. And the Gators lost, too.
Man, that's
now,
funny.
see, Billy didn't tell the full story because I was flashing the score to Henry, and we were winning, so things were going good. But Billy happened to grab it with about 8 seconds left to go in the game.
Wow, that was a little rough right there, Billy. Like, let the man see the end. You know,
he is hard. I'm telling you, all I know is when Billy Crain is on stage, he is all about business. He's hardcore. That's all there is to it.
No, it's from being a Vanderbilt Commodore fan all these years. I've been so peeved that
Well, listen, I know there's a lot of people trying to call in. I just wanted to say hey to my old buddy, and we're looking forward to seeing you down here. And, man, we've been playing the album, and we love it.
Oh, I appreciate it,
all
man.
I can say to the listeners is to get it, and we're looking forward to seeing you next year, man. Okay?
You too, man. You guys have a Merry Christmas, you three stooges now.
Billy, you have a Merry Christmas, too. All right, man. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Well, boy, I tell you, it's that was interesting. I like that. That's a good story. That's a good story. Just took his phone out of his hand right at the end of the game.
he was just in a panic. I felt bad afterwards, but I was going, "Hey, man, you're supposed to be watching the show."
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm gonna take one more caller right quick, and then we're gonna play one of your songs. Let's go to North Carolina. I got a friend on here that I think probably wants to say hello at 919. Are you there, Mr. 919? Oh, he said, well, now it's got an echo, so he must have set the phone down. Listen to that, that's pretty weird. Okay. All right, well, that's not working. There's too much of a delay on it. All right, well, that's fine. All right, Billy, it's just me and you. I'm gonna play Running with the Rebels. How about that?
All right.
That's a good. We'll be back and talk a little bit more, and then we'll wrap up and start getting things all in place for your brother. I love this theme. This theme we got. I told Henry Paul last week on the air. I said, "Well, I got Billy next week," and he was talking about what a sweet man you are and all that. And I said, "Now I got Tommy on in the second half," and he says, "Oh my goodness, you got both of them on there?" He said, "That's gonna be something." And I forgot how he said it, but something to the effect of, hold on to your hat or something. I don't know, but
yeah, it is OTC, man. That man can play.
Yeah, I know. Man, the thing about Tommy, I was recording one of my albums down in Alabama, Huntsville, Alabama, with the Crawlers were playing backup, late Ray Brand, and all them guys. And
oh yeah,
yeah, good boys. They backed me up on two best albums I ever did. And I invited Tommy. Tommy drove down to Huntsville from Nashville with a truck full of musical instruments. Let me tell you, he backed up, and he had everything. He had the pedal steel. He had everything. I don't think he brought his banjo, which is good.
I bet he did.
But he played all over that Southern Nights album that I did. Him and Bonnie Bramlett and Pete Carr and all them. And man, but Tommy he dressed up every song on the album. I mean, with a different instrument.
He was great. He's a great player, man.
He is
very talented.
He's a good fellow too. What a great fellow. Just both of y'all are. Let's do the Running with the Rebels. We'll come back in a minute and talk again. All right. This is off of Skeletons in the Closet, and like everybody's saying tonight, not just me, even all the callers are saying, you folks need to go ahead and pick this up. Don't even hesitate, because there's not a bad song on it, and I'm going to show you right now. Here's Running with the Rebels. If the computer thing works properly, we'll do it. Oh.
Hi, this is Doug Jones of Blind Willie, and you listen to my buddy Michael on the Buffalo Show, keeping the independent blues and southern rock alive.
Well, thanks, Doug. All right, man. Let's see right here. Hold on, Billy. I hit the. There it is. Okay, I come back up now. You still there, aren't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's Running with the Rebels, boy. That's great. That's a good song. I've never seen. I'm gonna tell you this. I've been doing this show now for a couple of months, and I got to tell you honestly, I've never seen so many callers wanting to talk to somebody. Out of all the people I've talked to now, I've never seen this many callers lined up with their hand. It throws a little hand up on the screen when somebody wants to talk to you, and It's just like there's just a ton of them, and I'm like, okay, well, I got to take another one. I don't have any choice.
Amazing. I'll talk as long as they want to. I mean, I'm very humbled, and Michael, I really appreciate you having me on your show, man. I mean, it means the world to me.
Well, it's my honor, brother. I'm just been a fan of yours for 100,000 years, and it's about doggone time we hooked up.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, let's try area code 813 and see who that might be.
Oh, that's Florida.
Is it Florida? Okay, well,
yeah.
It could be anybody. Everybody's in Florida. Okay, 813-486. Who is this? Are you there? 813? Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. This interface on this thing is computerized, and Okay, now maybe it's going to be on there, 813.
All right.
Let's try.
Can you hear me, Michael?
Yeah, who is this?
Okay, hey, this is Sean, one of the other Stooges, hanging out with Ben down here in Florida.
Sean Keenan, I know who this is.
Getting all the
How you
Stooges.
doing, man? We're here listening. Connor, Antonio, and myself, we're listening to y'all on the net, and I want to thank you, Michael, for doing what you're doing. It's really appreciated that you're keeping Southern Rock alive. And Billy, real proud of you. It's a great album that you put out, and just fantastic.
Oh, I appreciate that, Sean. Now, Sean, do you know about the benefit? Can we talk about that, Michael?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, there's a benefit.
I'm not familiar.
Over in Lakeland, it's the 8th of January. Is that right, Michael?
Let me open up this day timer. I believe it is, but it's at the Music Ranch.
It's
I'm
Ranch
familiar with that.
over in Lakeland. They're having a benefit to help incur with some expenses for Michael, and it's a real important thing. And it's there in Lakeland, Florida, on January 8th. And if you maybe can round up your guys and come to that, that would be great.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of guys. Something a band that Phil Stokes puts together. Y'all know Phil Stokes from Pure Prairie League and all that. Yeah, and Ghost Riders, and he's got Southern Rock's finest. And I know Artemis Powell is going to be there, and I think they said Jimmy Hall. I'm not sure. Dan Toller, a bunch of those players. You know, just all of your A-list Southern rockers. I know Billy was invited, but I think Billy you had something else to do, right?
Yeah, I'm going to Haiti on a mission trip.
Oh man,
it's a scary time to be going down there.
Yeah, it is. Well, we're going to Haiti to miss you, but no, I'm sorry.
We'll have to catch the benefit, Billy.
Yeah, please do go over and support. I mean, it's for a really good cause, and even though I can't be there, if you guys could go, it would be fantastic.
Yeah, I'll get together with Ben and we'll make it happen. But Michael, that story that BC said about the Florida game, yeah, I was standing right there next to Ben when that happened. That was a hoot.
That was funny, man. That was absolutely funny. But I've not met Billy yet, right? I've not met Billy, but I've known Tommy, his brother, for years. And I swear, it sounded like something Tommy would do. So, I mean, these two guys are a lot alike, I tell you.
Indeed. Well, Michael, I don't want to hog up your airwaves. I'll let you get to some other callers. But BC, man, God bless both you, Sandy, and your family. And I wish you nothing but success, my friend.
Merry Christmas, Sean.
Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that.
Bye now.
Well, I'm still punching the little buttons here and trying to make them. I don't know. You have to have a really strong internet connection, and it's like everything's kind of moving in slow motion. But it's okay. It's working. We're going to take one more, I think. One more. Which one do I pick? I'm gonna make Billy pick. I'm gonna give you two numbers, and you tell me which one you pick. Area code 302 or area code 201?
Let's go 201.
Okay, we'll go 201 then, and let's see if we can do that. Let's let this thing refresh again here, and here we go. And we're going to try it and see if we got 201. Who we got on the line?
Billy, this is Scott.
Scott, is this the Mr. Reich?
Yep. How are you, buddy?
I'm great, man. How are you?
Good. So you get all your bacon done and everything like that yesterday?
Oh yeah, we made Christmas cookies, and I'm about to pop.
Good man. Well, like I said to you, I haven't taken that album out of the dashboard since I got it. You know, it's a great album, and everybody should go out and get it without a doubt.
Oh, man, I really appreciate it, Scott. I miss you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next year. We're going to be swinging back up your way. They're already putting the dates together. So
I see there's a few days. Yeah. Very good, Billy. Hey, listen, have a great holiday, and I'll talk to you.
All right, Scott. You take care. Give Diane a big hug for me.
I will. You give Sandy one, too. Take care.
All right, man.
Bye-bye.
All right, Scott. That's cool. That's very cool. Let's see if I can all right. Now, since Scott didn't take too much time, so what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead we're gonna take 302 as well. And if the
All right.
computer cooperates, we're going to do it. Area code 302. You're on the line. Hey.
Is this Buffalo Smith?
This is Michael Buffalo. Who we got?
And is this Mr. Billy Crain?
This would be me.
And this is Mars from Twisted South Magazine.
Oh gosh, I have no earthly idea who you are. See, and I hadn't even memorized your. You've been calling in every single time, but I still hadn't memorized your. Billy Mars is I write for Twisted South Magazine too, and actually you're going to be on her program coming up too. So.
Oh, is that on the 23rd?
Yeah.
On the 22nd. That's right.
Okay. Now I got the connection made.
So then you're going to get to talk to a Yankee. So go ahead and get used to it because she is Yankee with a capital Y, but she's a good egg. She's a little hard boiled, but she's a good egg.
Well, if she can understand my accent and your accent, then she's doing pretty darn good.
Yeah.
I have a little bit of experience. I was married to a Cajun, so that kind of
Oh, me.
Ooh.
Was.
Ooh. Was he a raging Cajun?
He was a raging Cajun, and that is just all I really want to say about him right now. Thank you.
We'll leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that. Billy, I just wanted to say, the music is just awesome. It's wonderful to hear the new stuff, and I know that up here we're just grateful that you're plugging at it and still doing it, and thank you so much.
Well,
you're welcome. Thank you. For support and everything. I was really glad that George introduced us and everything, and that I'm getting to do this. This is just a dream come true for me. At my age, to be able to go out and still do this and play music that means a lot to my heart. It's just been great. And, golly, God's blessed me so much. It's been a great career, and I met so many good people like you guys, and I want to just keep on doing it.
Yeah.
As long as the Lord lets me.
Well, Mars, thanks for calling, and if you're able to hang around, we'll talk some more. I'm gonna try. What I want to do here is I'm going to say, Billy, is there any websites? Where's the best place to get the Skeletons in the Closet online?
You can do it on BillyCrain.com. I've got it set up PayPal system there. You can order it through there. You can get it on iTunes, CD Baby, DigStation, Zune. There's some of the smaller companies, but from CD Baby and my site BillyCrain.com are the easiest ways to get them. So.
Oh, awesome.
And I got a guarantee. I mail them out myself. If they come broken, you get another one free on me.
Oh, yeah. That's quality control at its finest, y'all.
And they're signed too. All you got to do is let me know if you want it signed or personalized, and it's taken care of.
Oh man, that's really cool. That's very cool. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to wrap up with you because here in just a few minutes, that other Crane's gonna call in. So
you're gonna get the original Wild Man.
The original man. That's right. But boy, I've enjoyed every minute of it. I'm gonna have to talk to you more at a later date for sure, and do an extended interview and all that kind of stuff if that's okay.
I would love to do that. And as I talked to you in a message, and I'll send it to you, I'm going to send you some things for your benefit. So. Oh,
cool! That'd be wonderful. We're gonna have a auction and what do you call it? A drawing, a raffle type drawing, and all that kind of stuff. And I just appreciate everybody that's coming out and trying to help out with that. It was a rough year for me, honestly. Being blind from the time we did Grits Fest in February all the way up until about a little over a month ago, couldn't see anything. And once I got the cataract surgery, I had 3 different surgeries, and that last one, the cataract surgery, made my left eye go from complete blindness to 2020, and I'm so thankful to God for that. And you just would not believe. And I mean, after you go that long without seeing, it's hard to believe what it's like when you see again. I mean, it's like,
oh, praise the Lord, man.
Yeah, nothing else. Nothing else can really get you down that much, no matter financial difficulties or any of that, because you're like, ooh, I can see.
Yeah, you can.
You can do anything if you see.
I'll talk to Henry too. I don't know. Maybe we could get a guitar signed by the Outlaws and for the auction and everything. Would that be cool?
It would be like the coolest thing in the world. We got Charlie Daniels sent us a fiddle that he autographed, and a gold fiddle, like the devil went down to Georgia. And we got a few other things, but something from the Outlaws like that would be just stellar.
Well, then consider it done. I'll make sure of that, and then I'm going to send you a box of signed CDs too. So,
all right, man. It'll be like Christmas. Oh, it is Christmas.
Hey, it is Christmas. Yeah, David always got me all fixed up on numbers and everything. So.
Oh, that's cool. Well, I'm going to wrap up our segment. What I want to do is I want you to tell me a little bit about this. I'm going to play that Outlaws demo. Henry said it's really a demo. It's not exactly the way it's going to appear on the album, but it's about pride. Now, did you write or co-write that one?
Yeah, Henry and I wrote that. We wanted to write something, about the Southern Brotherhood, and people are always asking us, especially from different regions, what Southern music is about and what Southern rock's about, and we were trying to write a little history of what the last 20 and 30 years have been like with the Southern rock scene.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Let me see. I was looking at the. All of a sudden, I got so many 615s. I think so. I forgot to check what number Tommy would be calling in from, but I'll just have to figure that out later. I know his. I got his on my cell phone here. Here it is. Okay, good. See, it's when you're just trying to engineer the show yourself and produce and do the talking and all. It's kind of weird.
I bet it is.
It's kind of like on
and things would be muted everywhere.
It's like Green Acres when Eddie Albert used to climb up the telephone pole to talk on the phone. That's kind of how I feel. Let me see, man. Well, I've really enjoyed it, and as soon as I can find this back down here again. Yeah, okay, y'all. This is from what hopefully we'll have the Outlaws album coming up here before too long. I know there's been a lot of controversy, and Henry and I talked about that last week. But hopefully this will all come out here real soon, because this is some good. What happened? Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Well, guess what? My whole board just disappeared off of the computer.
Oh, no!
Yeah, so I'm going to sit here and just figure this out and don't go anywhere, because you're the only person holding me together right now. Let's see.
I could sing "It's About Pride."
Yeah, that's right. You could do that. The connection was reset while the page was loading. Well, I didn't reload them, insane. Okay. Y'all, I apologize for this. It's just I'm sitting there looking at the computer screen, and all of a sudden it just disappeared. Oh, and here we come back. Oh, thank you, Lord.
There you go.
I figured there's no use to panic, because what's the worst thing that can happen? You would have to sing it a cappella, and that wouldn't be that bad. That'd be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh, I could do that. There's a guitar upstairs, I think. I'm actually at a church group Christmas party in the other room.
Oh, wow. That's nice. That's real cool. Okay, let me find the song again. I had it pulled up and ready to go, and here it goes. All right. Once again, Billy Crain, thank you for being here. You are the man. And,
all right, Michael B.
You and your family have a blessed Christmas, okay?
You too, and I'll be in touch with you.
All right, buddy, thanks. And here it is, Outlaws. It's about pride. Man, yeah, that's my kind of music right there, brothers and sisters. I'm not kidding you. That's a new one from the Outlaws coming soon. It's Henry Paul told me last week that's only a demo version, but if that's the demo, I'm a little scared to hear what the final's going to sound like. I mean, that was some good stuff right there. It really was. I want to thank Billy Crain for being on with me this evening. That was just a great time, and I'm looking forward here to talking to his big brother, Tommy Crain, and I believe I have deciphered it. I was going crazy, going through my address books and all, looking up Tommy's number, because that's how the callers, it shows up with your telephone number. It doesn't say the name, so you just kind of have to guess. But I believe I may have him. Is this, by any chance, Tommy Crain, is this you by any chance?
Hello, Michael Buffalo Smith.
Hey, what's up, my friend?
Oh, man, I'm sitting here in Franklin, Tennessee, watching a blizzard.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's snowing like crazy, and the wind's blowing 30 miles an hour, and it's cold.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. Well, there's a lot to be said about the snow. I mean, it's pretty and everything. It kind of cripples everything around here. Like I was talking to Billy about a while ago, it's like in South Carolina, if you get a fleck or two of snow, it's all over.
Well, same in Franklin. We get a quarter inch, everything shuts down.
Yeah, that's
you know.
right.
But I mean, this is a pretty major one. We're on the southern end of the blizzard, but we're getting it pretty good, so everything will be shut down tomorrow. Don't bother me because it's pretty.
It is pretty. Well, Tommy, we got a whole bunch of listeners tonight. It's like more than we've had on any of our shows so far. So I think you and your brother have amassed quite a following here. It's pretty cool.
All right. Where is Billy tonight?
Where is he? I can't remember where he said he was. Billy?
Okay, so,
Billy, where are you? No. Oh, he's at a church. He's at his church at the Christmas.
so he's in Smyrna then. Okay.
Yeah, he's in Smyrna.
All right. Well, I just wanted to tell you before we go any farther, that's the first time I've heard that Outlaws song, and man, is it great.
Is that kicking or what? Now, I mean, he gave me 2 or 3 of them last week. There's one called Somewhere in Tennessee that's equally righteous too. I mean, really good stuff. It sounds like, the kind of stuff
what
that
I
we
remember
like.
the Outlaws being like, just kicking
yeah.
butt, except they've got my brother playing guitar with them now, which is even better.
Yeah, it makes it even better, don't it? I'll tell you. I'm not kidding. Well, Tommy, I don't know where to start other than to say for people who are listening who don't know about your history that Tommy Crain spent quite a number of years playing guitar with Charlie Daniels' band and writing and co-writing a whole bunch of hits like Devil Went Down to Georgia and all them good songs. And I guess let's just go ahead, before we get up to the All-Stars, let's go ahead and it's kind of hard to even ask somebody to sum up. How many years was it? 15 you were with Charlie?
15, yes.
Yeah, kind of tell us what it was like for you playing alongside Charlie Daniels and the CDB. Well, I mean, as best you can wrap it up,
Well, we had a ball. Charlie, he didn't treat us as backup players. He treated us as the same as him. We were just a band. We would do radio events back then, and they would say, "Here's Charlie Daniels and the Charlie Daniels Band," and he'd go right out and say, "No, it's not me and the band. It's the Charlie Daniels Band."
Right. Yeah.
And we all had an equal say in everything, and he was good to us. He gave us writing credits on anything that we helped out with at rehearsal and all, and he's just a outright good man, a wonderful patriot, and I love him.
Yeah, man, he is a great guy. So did you make it down to the Angeles thing this time?
Not this year. I had some family issues to deal with, nothing serious, but something I had to deal with. And they were scaling back pretty well this year.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't take my band down there. And if I go without a band, I did that many years, I feel sort of like a fifth wheel.
Well, I don't know. There was a few years, Tommy, that you were like the Grits' most valuable player, because it's like everybody that played, I'd look up and there you were up and playing with them.
Well, I think my best one year is I played with 7 different bands. But I'd really rather take my own.
Yeah. Well, yours is a doggone good band, and we're going to talk about the All-Stars here in a few minutes. But I think if you've got a minute, I'm going to go ahead and play a Charlie Daniels Band song that you're on, and then come back and talk some more.
All right.
This is you could probably guess which one I'm going to play. This is the way Charlie did, from what I understand, is he always invited the band members to sing a song, or at least you and Taz and all, right?
Well, if one of us wrote a song that he liked, we were welcome to put it on a record.
That's great. That's great. Well, this is one of my favorite Charlie Daniels Band songs is called Cumberland Mountain Number 9.
All right.
Yes, sir. And that's Tommy Crain and singing. And y'all check it out. We'll be back talking just a little bit in a minute. Man, yeah. Cumberland Mountain Number 9 off that Saddle Tramp album. That was one of my favorite albums, I believe Charlie and y'all did.
Yep.
That was a good one. Well, Tommy, tell us a little bit about, I like going back to the past and everything like that, but the present, you got a pretty doggone hot band. And it's called Tommy Crain and the Crosstown All-Stars. And tell our listeners a little bit about who was in that particular band.
Okay, well, I'll try to make this short. 10 years or so ago, I met Towson Ingsberg, a drummer from Atlanta. And we did a gig down in the Talladega National Forest benefit. And I did it with him a year later again, and I wasn't playing with the band, so I decided I wanted to come to Atlanta and start playing some gigs because there wasn't much happening up here for me in Tennessee. Yeah. So I came down and I played with Towson Ingsberg, Ed Bob Roomer, and some other guys. And they were calling themselves the Crosstown All-Stars. And over the last few years, we've changed a few members. The current lineup right now is still Bob Roomer on guitar and lead vocals, Bob Jones on keyboards and lead vocals, Towson Ingsberg on drums, and Mr. Jack Hall, original bass player from Wet Willie, on bass and backup vocals, and myself.
Yeah, boy, I tell you. Ever since Jack Hall came in here, I think, personal opinion, it added another dynamic to the band.
Well, Jack Hall to me is just like Charlie Hayward. He's not a fancy player, but he's just as smooth as he can be.
Yeah, smooth
and
as Tennessee whiskey.
Towson plays more with a jazz feel than he does with a hard rock feel, but he comes across, and he and Jack are perfect for each other.
Yeah, and you can't even tell when you listen to Towson that he's playing left-handed. That's what gets me.
He's the only first left-handed drummer I ever played with.
Yeah, me too. I tell you, I never had seen one like that.
We always freak out the stage people when we say, we got to change those around the other way real quick.
That's right. Well, whatever it takes. Crosstown All-Stars. Now, you guys put out your first album a few years ago. What was the name of that album?
It was just Crosstown All-Stars.
Okay, yeah.
It's called Give It To You. No, I think we called it Give It To You. It's been so long.
Give It To You. But, yeah, and you could probably still find that somewhere, but they're not going to give it to you. You'll have to. You have to buy it. But,
here's a little quick funny story. We had to, when we first cut that record, we wanted to start a record company. So Towson went on Google. He lives on the Chattahoochee River in Atlanta, and we thought about calling it Chattahoochee Records. And he went on Google and Googled that name, and nothing came up. So even though we weren't registered, we went ahead and put that in small print on the back of the album, Chattahoochee Records. Well, about a year and a half ago, I got a call from a lawyer in California. It said, there's a Chattahoochee Records out of Atlanta, and they used to have somebody like Charlie Pride or something. And
wow.
And he said, what's the deal here? And I said, well, it's just a small band from the South that plays weekends and stuff. And we just used that name because we didn't think there was one. But now that we know there is, the albums have been sold, and we're not going to use that name anymore. And he said, okay, I won't have any problems with that. You won't hear from me again.
Well, good. That's good. And at first when you were telling that, I had a feeling that you were going to say it was like Alan Jackson's label or something, with that.
No, but they mentioned several people. I can't remember who he said, but there were several, older country artists, I believe, who were on it.
Oh yeah. Well, now I had a rendezvous a couple of weeks ago here in Greenville with the tour bus, the Crosstown All Stars tour bus, and and Mr. Towson Ingberg, and he handed me a CD that he said that you guys are going to be putting out a live album,
right?
It recorded in Macon,
right?
And it is super fine. And you know what? I've got a track off of it that he said that I could go ahead and play, so I'm going to. And this was also on the first album, but the live version is called "Find Another Lover."
Right.
And the live version kicks major butt, and I hope you guys do. We're going to play it. It's Tommy Crain and the Crosstown All Stars, and we'll be back with Tommy in just a minute. Okay?
Okay.
Hang in. There we go. All right, we're working on it, y'all. Seriously, there's having a technical difficulties, but here I'm sure it'll come on in a minute. Yeah, man. Find Another Lover. Tom Crain, Crosstown All Stars. Bob Roomer singing that one. That's a good
there you
song,
have it.
Man.
That's one of Bob's original tunes.
Yeah, it's very good. Always enjoyed hearing that one played live too. And of course, the live album that I've been listening to, that the guys are getting ready to put out, you do some really good cover tunes and some originals. You got, I believe Jessica's on there.
Yeah.
Oh man, y'all smoked that one. That was really good. And Hot Atlanta.
Yeah. One of my favorite songs ever.
Yeah, me too. I like all that stuff, man. Well, what else is going on with you in the band right now that you can tell us about?
Well, we are starting to book dates for next year. Of course, things are a bit slow for club bands and stuff. So we're going to concentrate on putting together a new CD over the next few months. I'll be going down to Atlanta and doing some writing with Bob and the other guys, and we're going to start recording.
Yeah, that's great. Now, do you happen to know right off the top of your head where people can find out more about the band online? You got a website?
Yeah, you can go to MySpace and type in Crosstown All Stars, and it'll tell all about us.
Oh, yeah, well, that's good. Everything?
Yeah. Most everything.
Well, I started to say, I don't know. Billy's already put that album out called Skeletons in the Closet. I didn't know if you had some too or not. But
it's a great record, isn't it?
Oh, man, it's wonderful. Everybody's just raving over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, your kid brother's doing good there.
He's doing all right. I just played with him a few weeks ago. We did a benefit here in Nashville downtown for Mr. Sid Yoakum, who you know.
Oh, yeah, I love Sid.
Poor Sid's got that terminal hypertension of the lungs.
Right.
And so we did a benefit for him at a small club downtown, and it was absolutely packed.
Yeah.
And me and Charlie Hayward and Jack Gavin had a little reunion that night. From the Charlie Daniels Band, we were pretty much the backup group. We backed up Bonnie Bramlett and Sid's son and daughter, and Winters Brothers played, and they surprised me. I had no idea the Outlaws were coming. And here comes Henry Paul and Billy Crain through the front door holding guitars.
Yeah.
And I was just totally shocked. And I said, man, you guys got to make room on stage. I'm coming up.
Well, I'll tell you, that was one event that I would have loved to have been at. I was just salivating when I heard about it. Ginger Ambrose told me about it, but I just had started getting my vision back, so I didn't have back good enough to drive yet. But I'm sure that was a big show, and I heard great things about it.
Well, you've heard the saying, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Michael, can you see me now?
Yeah, I can see you well, and I'll tell you what, you're looking real good.
Good for you. Good for you, man.
Yeah, I can. I got the 20/20 in the left eye, and they're still working on the right eye, but it's once you got 20/20 in one of your eyes, you know, you're pretty happy, you know.
Michael, I just got a new pair of glasses, and one of my lenses is as thick as the bottom of a Coke bottle.
I understand. Boy, do I understand. Well, Tommy, I tell you what, man, I'm gonna go ahead and let you roll. I'm gonna head out and do a couple other things before we run out of time. But I just appreciate you dropping by the show and being here with us. It's really meant a lot to me.
Oh, I appreciate it, Michael. It's been fun.
Yes, sir. Well, I'll tell you what. To take out your segment here, let's do another Charlie Daniels Band song featuring somebody you know. This is a song called Blind Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I'm thinking about rearranging that and doing it on the new record.
I wish you would. It's a great song. Always one of my favorites, you know.
Well, let me tell all your listeners, folks, that Michael Buffalo Smith has been one of the best ambassadors for Southern rock ever. And he doesn't just cover Southern rock. He covers everything Southern: food, movies, people, actors. And he's exposed a lot of people, you know, to the media. And, Michael, we really appreciate it.
Well, boy, I tell you, thank you for that endorsement, and thank you for being my friend. And I was telling Billy about you coming down and recording on my album that time, and that just meant the world to me, too. So I just think the world of you, Tommy Crain.
Yes, sir, and I do to you.
All right, buddy. Well, I'll see you down the road here before too long, and if this computer will let me do it, I'm going to play Charlie Daniels Band featuring Tommy Crain and Blind Man. And Tommy, I'll talk to you later, buddy.
All right. Listen, we're playing pretty close to you in January. We're playing in South Carolina. I don't know the name of the town, but I'll let you know.
Well, good. I need to find out. I need to make a plan.
Okay, buddy.
I sure will. All right, man. Well,
you take care.
Yeah, you too. Here we go.
Making it back to Macon. Give me some grits, gravy, and bacon. Just a little something to tide me over. The Mama Louise and the H&H Open. She got fried chicken and pinto beans, hot cornbread, sweet iced tea. Everything that a body needs. That's why I'm making it back to Macon. Give me some grits, gravy, and bacon. Just a little something to hold me over till Mama Louise and the H&H Open.